John here with FinFlam. People are feeling the pinch at the pump and at the grocery store. Gas prices are still high. Food costs haven't come down enough for most families. And folks are asking the same question. Is President Trump actually doing anything to make life more affordable? Let's cut through the noise and look at what's really happening with gas, groceries, and today's news, the Strait of Hormuz, and where the problem started. Right now, the national average for regular gas is hovering around $3.80 to $4 a gallon. In many places, higher than we'd like. But let's put it in context. Today's developments with the Strait of Hormuz are key. That narrow waterway carries about 20% of the world's oil. Disruptions there from the Iran situation have pushed oil prices up, which flows straight to the pump. Trump's administration has been pushing to reopen shipping lanes, negotiate deals, and increase domestic production to offset it. The latest moves on the strait haven't fully eased prices yet. Tensions are still causing a risk premium in the market. Short term, it's kept gas from dropping as fast as hoped, but longer term, ramping up American drilling and energy independence is the play to blunt these global shocks. Groceries are still elevated compared to a few years ago. Eggs, meat, dairy, you feel it every trip. Inflation cooled some after the big spikes, but everyday costs have returned to the pre-2021 levels for most families. What has this administration done? They focused on deregulation in energy and agriculture to lower production costs, push for more domestic manufacturing, and try to cut wasteful spending. Energy is a big one. Cheaper gas and diesel helps farmers and truckers, which should eventually help grocery prices. There's also been emphasis on supply chain fixes and reducing regulations that drive up costs, but results take time. You can't flip on a switch with years of buildup. Now, a lot of people often wonder, especially if they're playing left versus right, Democrats versus Republicans, where did the high prices really come from? Let's be straight about the roots. A lot of traces back to massive government spending during the previous administration. Trillions in stimulus, lockdowns that disrupted supply chains, and energy policies that restricted domestic production. That kicked off the big inflation wave we're still feeling. Policies that printed money and shut down pipelines and drilling made energy and goods more expensive. Early administrations added layers too: regulations, green mandates, and spending habits that grew government and debt. When you flood the system with money and restrict supply, prices rise. That's basic economics. External shocks, like the Iran situation, has made it worse, but the foundation was laid years earlier. Trump's first term had strong energy production that kept prices lower before the pandemic hit. Now, in the current term, the focus is reversing course: more drilling, fewer rules, America first energy. It's starting to show in some areas, but global events and leftover effects have slowed it down. Trump is moving on energy independence and deregulation to bring prices down over time. The Strait of Hormuz news hasn't delivered immediate relief on gas yet because market price is uncertain. Groceries follow the same pattern. Energy costs feed into everything. The real fix is getting spending under control, production more here at home, and avoiding endless foreign entanglements that spike prices. Families are struggling, and that's the truth. Results matter more than promises. Watch the numbers on drilling permits, pipeline work, and actual pump prices in the coming months. What do you think? Have you seen any relief yet? Are you still waiting like I am? Drop your experiences in the comments. Head to finflam.com for more straight talk. Thanks for listening. Stay sharp out there and question everything.